Hello to everybody. Thank you for joining us for this live, during which we will present the ECAM Engineering program features and structure. We will also speak a little bit about the admission process. You can ask us questions, so do not hesitate to use the chat so that we can answer to all your questions about the program, the admission. But mainly we are here today to present one of the proposed specialization within the ECAM Engineering program, which is the Industrial and Supply Chain Management concentration. Before starting with our program, we will introduce ourselves. So I am Lorena Mancinelli and I work at ECAM for the admission department, and I am in charge of the admission for the international students. So if you decide to apply, we will for sure at one moment exchange either via email or video conference, and I will accompany you till the end of the application process. And today I'm here with Solène, which is one of our professors, and Ayoub, which is one of our students. I will let them introduce themselves. So Solène, if you want to start.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I am Solène Fanjul. I joined ECAM last September to become a teacher in industrial organization and supply chain management. And I'm also in charge of the concentration industrial and supply chain management within the engineering program. I am myself, I have an engineer degree myself, and before I used to be a supply chain engineer in pharmaceutical industry.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayoub El Briki. Currently I'm a third year in ECAM Engineering and my concentration is supply chain management.
Okay, thank you very much. So before starting with the concentration, I will present you briefly our school, ECAM Lyon, and then the program feature. So to do so, I will share my screen so that you can have a look. Okay. Okay, should be on. So a few words about ECAM Lyon, which is an engineering school. It is quite an ancient school, which was founded in 1900, but it is also a very modern school, let's say, which today offers a few engineering programs which have the objective to answer to the need of industries that wants to have today not only highly trained engineers, but also engineers which are open to the world. To sum up, we could say maybe that the vision of our school is to have men and women studying and working together and putting together their expertise and their experiences to the service of a sustainable future. Today, ECAM Lyon is part of several networks, but I just would like to speak about two which are most important in my opinion. First of all, ECAM Lyon, it is part of the Lyon universities, which is the biggest university network in the world. And in France, ECAM Lyon is part of the Grandes Écoles system. So maybe for a non-French student, Grandes Écoles doesn't really mean a lot. Literally, we could translate it as big schools, but it's not a matter of size. You have to think of a Grande École as a school who combines excellence in teaching methods and pedagogy, and also a very selective recruitment process. By doing so, the Grandes Écoles, which are mainly engineering schools and business schools in France, attract each year a large number of students coming not only from France, but from all over the world. A few words about the position of ECAM Lyon in the rankings. So These are the two rankings of this year, 2020, 2021. We just received the rankings a few days ago. I want to attract your attention not simply on the position or school, but on the criteria that are used to build these rankings. I sum up, so there is mainly four. First, there is the employability, meaning how long does it take to a young graduate to find a job at the end of his studies? The answer for ECAM Lyon is 2 months on average, but some of our students are able to find a job even before the end of their studies. The second criteria is the quality of teaching and the support that is given to our students. And this criteria is judged directly from the students. Third, the ties that our school has with industry. Why this is important? This is important because while in an engineering school in France, you will have a few internships. If the school has a strong ties with the industry, it will be much more easier for you to find a good internship, but also to find a lot of jobs opportunities at the end of your studies. And then the latest criteria is the international openness, meaning which are the possibilities that our school gives to the students to go abroad, to have a semester of students exchange, or maybe a year. So it is based on how many agreements ECAM Lyon has with partner university all over the world. Talking about the ECAM Engineering program, here you have the main feature of this program. So it's taught entirely in English. So for the international students that are connected, you don't need to be fluent in French when you apply. You will be learning French because you will be taking French classes. But since the program is 100% in English, you simply need to know how to speak in English. It is a program that offers continuous specialization starting from the second part of year 3. You can see the 4 specialization, you have them in the orange square. You will pick up your specialization at the end of year 2, and then little by little you will keep on with your specialization, with the 5th year that will be spent entirely abroad in a partner university, who will be the university who will deliver you the double degree. So once you are graduated from this program, you will be awarded the engineering degree from ECAM Lyon, which is a degree in mechanical and electrical engineering, and also a Master of Science in the chosen concentration. So to have a look at the program structure, as you can see, it is a 5-year program. If you want to apply, admission are possible in year 1, 2, or 3. So at the moment, it is not possible, if you have a bachelor, for example, it is not possible to join us from year 4. You can join us from year 3. So during the first 3 years, you will be studying what we call general engineering. So you will be studying scientific fundamental, so mathematics, physics, but you also will be able to discover all the engineering sciences. This you will do thanks to the workshops and the projects you will be working on. Solen and Ayub, they will speak a little bit more in detail about the workshops and the projects. And then you will choose your specialization at the end of year 2, and then you will specialize little by little till the end, till the 5th year. You will have 3 internships during the 5 year of studies, for total duration of about 10 months, during which you will really gain a valuable concrete experience on the engineering field you have chosen. One last word about Lyon. So maybe some of you don't really know this city, which is the third city of France, so quite big. The position of Lyon defines it as a European crossroads, because Lyon, it's really, let's say, more or less in the middle of Europe. So if you come to study in Lyon, it will be very easy for you to travel around Europe, but also to move in France, because we are very close to Paris and at the same time the seaside and the mountains. But most important for an international student is to know that Lyon each year welcomes about 20,000 international students who comes from all over the world. And it is has been elected as the second French student city. And this is based mainly on the quality of life that Lyon can offer to the students. And also for a student who would like to become an engineer, it is important to know that Lyon is the second largest scientific hub in France. So you have Paris, and then you have Lyon and the region of Lyon. And this is important because this means that many international and national firms and companies who are specialized in engineering are located in Lyon. So it will be very easy for you to find your internship, to find your first job in this region. So I will stop this presentation, and I will start asking a few questions to Ayub and Solène. Okay. First of all, Solène, maybe you can tell us why you would recommend to a student to come to France and study within the ECAM Engineering program. So. Solène?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know
sorry.
it was a problem for me, but sorry.
No, it was me. I'm sorry. I just kept my mic.
Okay. We didn't hear you.
were
You can start.
Yes, so yes, I would recommend first to for any student to join ECAM school because I think that they have excellent technical skills. The teacher are technically excellent, but that's not only that. Actually, we also develop what we call the soft skill, the human sciences, and we learn our students to think by themselves, to make decisions, to be able to manage a project from the start to the end. So I think that at the school, and particularly in the engineering program, we help students to develop critical abilities to become a good engineer, and then to find the job that they want to do. And why particularly in ECAM Engineering? Because I think that for me it's a really innovative program, and it permits at the same time to have a general culture in engineering. So the first year are really general, and then you start in the middle of the third year, you start the concentration, and then you are a really specialized engineer, specialized in a subject, and at the same time you have a really good general culture, and I think that for me it's really a perfect compromise when you are an engineer, because you are specialized, so it's better for you to find a job for a company to say, okay, this engineer knows to make has this type of skills, but you have also general skills, so you can interact with other people in the company and perfectly understand them, and so you are able to make projects in the company and people understand you and you understand them.
Okay, thank you very much. Ayub, maybe you can tell us, in your opinion, what are the advantages of studying in English in France? Okay, Ayub cannot hear me.
I'm sorry, I'm just having some problems. Why did I choose to study in English in France? Because as I know, France has.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Why did I choose France? Because to study engineering in France, because it's known, it has one of the best engineers in the world, and as you said, Grande École in France are known to be for their excellence and good programs. So and since it's my third year in France, I feel I'm being well guided, and I'm learning the basic skills and to become to go to the industry and become an engineer after my 5 years. So I just believe that France gives you the good skills to go into the industry and be confident about your job and when you start.
Okay, yes, thank you. Solen, maybe a word about what a student will find once he arrives at ECAM, which kind of laboratory or facilities he can find on campus so that he can pursue his objective of becoming an engineer.
Yes, at ECAM school, we have a really a good infrastructure. They are really brand new for for some of them. Particularly, we have the Fab Lab here with the latest technology, 3D printers. So it's a really a good thing for our students. They can make some projects here. It is really interesting for them. Soon we also will have what we will call the Genas Center. The Genas Center will be like a reproduction of a production line, and we will have machines, we will have robotics, we will have a stock area, an assembly area, we will have an ERP, some softwares to manage all that. It will be incredible, and we will have it at the end of February, so really soon. Normally, so yes, it will be good for people for next semester and next year. We also have a class of virtual reality and augmented reality. Lots of softwares that students can use, like CAD. There are lots of infrastructure that students can use for their project during their working time.
Okay, perfect. Yes, this is true that we will shortly have the AS Center, so it will be very good opportunities for our students to really be concrete on what they are studying. Okay, so again, Ayub, maybe you can tell us, you have been studying in the US and then you moved to France. So if you had to compare these two systems, what do you think are the advantages of studying in France compared to your experience in the US?
So based on the experience, as you said, I've been in the US for 2 years. I studied there. Also, I started studying engineering. Well, there is a huge difference between studying in France and the US based on my experience. One of the reasons for me, I moved to France is because since I'm from Morocco, I'm an international student. It's close to my family, and everything's 2 hours, 30 minutes flight. And what I was doing in the US, it was not really what I wanted to do. I did not feel guided. Big universities in the US, you just have to choose your own schedule, your own classes. You go to the class, you follow, and then you have to do everything by yourself. Um, of course, in when I moved to France and I started studying in engineering, of course they make you learn. You have to be autonomous, but at the same time you feel guided with your school. They give you the schedule. They propose you what you need to learn, and since it's not ECAM is not as big as American universities. You socialize really quick. You get to make friends really quick. You are close to the administration when you have problems. You know who you should talk to, and there is always help. While in the US, it was the huge universities. If you had something going on or you need to make friends and social life, it was pretty complicated to do that. And yeah, that's one of the main reasons.
Okay, thank you. Talking more in general about the ECAM Engineering program, can you tell us what have you been studying during the first? So you are in third year now, half of your third year. Can you tell us what have you been studying during year 1 and 2, and also if you can tell us a little bit about the projects you've been working on?
So during the first years of econ, as every engineering school in France, you have to study the basic scientific classes, like including math, physics, mechanical design classes, as we say in French, sciences d'ingénieur. We had also just the basic classes to prepare you for more the concentration classes and the engineering classes where you go deep. We also had a project, the first year we had a project for the mechanical design class, where we had a problem when we had to find another design for it using a software called Creo. The second year also we just built up what we studied in the first year, more math and physics and all the other classes, and we had a bigger project in mechanical design as well, about weather station and wind turbines. We had to design and find solutions to basically you have to be it makes you learn how to be creative and build some skills for the future. However, for the third year, we as we just finished our first semester, we went into more engineering classes, concentrations, and since we chose everyone chose their own concentration, we start taking a few classes of your concentration. So the fourth year you go directly into just deep classes in the concentration. We also have an eco design project where we learn about where you are given, you choose a product and you learn about it and find solutions to make it more environmentally friendly with environment, and you just basically use the skills you learned from the first 2 years. We also had workshops in the first and the second year. The first year you do it at ECAM, you have to. For my program, it was 1 week workshop. However, in the second year, we had the opportunity to go abroad, or you do it in France. Personally, I chose to go abroad. I went to Thailand, to Bangkok, to UTT. I had an internship there for energy, for the energy concentration and we went there. We were 8 students. We went and we had to make research in Thailand, in Bangkok. We had to find the solution since they have a lot of environmental issues there. We were assigned to find a way how to reduce how to reduce the waste and find solution for the environment there. and we learned a lot of skills from the workshop there. And even at ECAM, students who stayed there, they had workshops in different concentrations, and the workshops they just make you learn and if the concentration you choose is for you or not. So it gives you a chance to choose the right concentration for you. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, this is one of the things that I was explaining at the beginning, that you will be able to discover the four specialization during the first year, so that when you have to make the decision, you will have enough knowledge to make this decision. So now we will present more in details the industrial and supply chain management concentration. So I will let Solène explain everything about it. So she will tell us a little bit about the project and what does it mean to become an engineer within this concentration.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm going to share my screen because I have a presentation that I can share with you. Okay, I will totally share my screen because I cannot just choose my documents. Can you see the PowerPoint
Yes.
documents? It's okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. So just to make a quick introduction, so the industrial and supply chain management concentration is really a project all along 3 semesters, and you basically work on the project of a creation of a production line. Okay. You industrialize the product and you implement a production line, choosing the strategy and everything. And I will explain this, of course, more. So first, we are, for the moment, in this concentration, a team of 2 teachers. So my colleague Bertrand Marconnet, who also made the class of industrial organization, but also methods and project management, and myself for industrial organization 2 and supply chain management. And we will have another teacher joining us in mid-March or end of March. So yes, as I told you, the goal of this concentration is to manage the project. Your objective is to design a production line, a plant to manufacture. Here for us, it will be a connected speaker. It will be our object because we think it's interesting because it's a connected object, so it's modern. It's interesting, and you will choose everything about the business model for this project. So basically the country of implementation, but the strategy of your company, the production strategy, the stock management strategy, everything about supply chain management and industrial organization. The general skills you are going to develop in this concentration is, of course, you will have a really good knowledge of the production systems, and you will be able to make your industrial organization and your supply chain more innovative. One of the most important objective of this concentration is that you are able to manage your plant and your supply chain, but that you're also able to improve it and to put some projects in place in your plant. Okay, so for example, you will have to make a project about implement a robot in your production line. You really want you to be agile and to be an actor of the transformation of the industry, and we will really talk about the industry of the future and what we call industry 4.0. Sorry. And really important too, it is the whole concentration will really be a big project. So we want you to work in team. So to be able to solve problems, to manage the project really in a collective way. So you will also have project management classes. Here is a representation of the Fab Lab, which I told you about just before. So with some of the machine we have, okay, and the implementation we have. So it already exists, and you will be able to see it. It's really brand new, and it's really interesting for the students to see it and to work in it. And this is a representation, so not perfectly, because this doesn't exist for the moment, of the AS Center, so that I told you also about just before, and which will be working normally at the end of February. Here you have not some, but a resume of the class you will have during the 3 semester of concentration. So this first page is the first semester. So this is the semester 6, the second one of your third year. All the time we split the semester in 2 parts, so that we can follow the results of the students twice a semester. We think that it's better to have a follow-up during the semester. So the first part we will really be the project management. So we will have project management classes, and also you will learn to use a project and planning management software. You will learn the definition of the standards and all the norms and things like that. You will also have a class of ethics, because you are basically creating a company, so you need to know everything about this. You will also have classes of creativity, because you need to be innovative, and also everything about product analysis. In the second part of the semester, you will learn how to manage a company, and so all about the budget and the global performance of the company. You will learn also to determine and optimize the time in the industry. You will also learn about ergonomy, health and security at work. You will make again some industrial method, just because you need it to industrialize your product. Also, you will make some maintenance and learn how to implement to manage the flow, the flow of material in your production line, and so to implement your production line and your workshop. During the second semester of the concentration, so the first semester of the 4th year, sorry, you will make some lean manufacturing courses, and also you will learn about robotization. Robotization just only because, as I told you just before, you will work on a project to implement a robot on your production line. You will also make some stock management, work on the Kanban, the lean tools. We will still be working on the implementation of the workshop. Yes, you will also work on the product lifecycle management, and here we will also talk about everything about the suppliers. Okay, so the how we choose a supplier, how we manage the procurement, how we purchase to a supplier, and also how we make the forecasts, how we know how we forecast how much product we will sell in the future. Okay, of course, we'll also work on an ERP and MES, which are really important software in an industrial company. And in the last semester, we'll really talk about Industry 4.0. And here, as we are in a project point of view, you will also learn how to teach and train people when you implement a new software or new machines, because it's really important to when you manage a project to deploy it and to deploy it well, so to train people well. Then also you will learn how to audit a production line, to make change management, and also how to make after-sales service, and of course how to recycle. And you, in the last part of the last semester, you will see everything about logistics, distribution, and also what we call the KPIs, so the indicators of supply chain performance. I think that's all for this presentation. So just I will finish sharing my screen so that you. Okay, I think that's okay.
Thank you very much, Solène. It was very detailed, very precise. So if there is any question that you would like to ask to Solène, she's here so she can answer to your question. I saw that there was one question from Tim who is asking, before joining the industrial and supply chain concentration, do we have the 2 years of prépa générale, so the preparatory cycle? And are the 2 first general years in French or is in English? So everything is in English from first year. And the ECAM Engineering program, it is not a classic program structure as a prépa and then engineering cycle, but it is a 5-year program. So you have to keep in mind that you will be studying the same things that you study in preparatory cycle, but the teaching methodology will be totally different. So we cannot really speak about class prépa. It's really a 5-year program. It is more similar to a bachelor and master. So 3 years of general engineering and then 2 years of specialization. Keeping the subject on the specialization, I would like to ask Ayu, why you decided to specialize in industrial and supply chain management?
So, as I mentioned before, I have done workshops in energy and other concentrations. And once I learned about supply chain management, I see myself more there because, from ECAM engineering program, you will get a degree as we say in French, diplôme d'ingénieur in mechanical and electrical engineering, plus your double degree you chose. So I believe I should have the engineering degree and something related to management and the industry at the same time, because it gives you the opportunity to learn about 2 different fields. So maybe I will work as an engineer in the future, and I wouldn't enjoy what I'm doing, staying in an office the whole day, not like a supply chain manager or such thing. Where you have a lot of opportunities, but it does not mean if you do supply chain management, you should not have the brain of an engineer. It is important to keep in mind that you should have the brain of engineer because it's related to engineer as well. But it, in my opinion, just gives you the opportunity to have more opportunities and work in many fields. And you work in multi-international companies. That's what.
Okay. And you will be doing a second internship. Do you have already in mind where you would like to do the internship? Will it be connected to your specialization? Do you have any ideas at the moment?
Well, as we all know, with the COVID situation, now it's the opportunities are limited, I would say. But I would love to do my internship in the supply chain management side, because since it will be my concentration for the next 2 years, I would love to know how the industry how it works, where I will be working in the future, and to see what are the type of opportunities I have in the future, and the jobs that I could have to focus on them and work hard for what I need to do. But I would like to do it in the supply chain management the side in an international company.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe Solène, you can tell us where it would be possible, just a few ideas for a student in this concentration to do his internship, and also some example of companies and firms that already gives this opportunity to our students.
Actually, I cannot speak about our students in the concentration for the moment because this is the first year. But what is really nice with industrial and supply chain and management is that basically any company, lots of companies have. Industrial companies must manage their supply chain, must manage their production, have lots of projects of improvement in their flow management, in their softwares also, which helps managing the production, the customer orders, the inventory too. So basically, in any industrial company, you should be able to find a topic that interests you. And of course, it's more complicated with the COVID situation. But I'm pretty sure that industrial and supply chain engineering and management will continue to employ people because it's becoming really more and more important to answer to the market needs and to have the products when the customer wants and needs them. So with the globalization and the risk management, also due to the COVID situation, we need to rethink lots of things, and so we need really good engineers to work on this. And so I'm pretty sure that they will find internships and jobs after in the region of Lyon or in France or abroad, because it's really a global problematic. And with the project management we will teach to the students, I'm pretty sure that they will be able to work in an international situation and in project or not at the end of the program.
Yes, we have one question for Ayub regarding his future project. So, do you expect to work in abroad later with this concentration?
I mean, why not? Because the ECAM Engineering degree, it will be an international degree since we study everything in English, and it's accredited by the French government. So it gives you a big opportunity to work abroad or in France. But personally, I would love to work in France after my graduation, gain some experience, and know more about where I want to work. Then go abroad to have new experiences. But yes, in general, yes.
Okay, thank you. And I would just ask the answer again, team who said there won't be the possibility to change the concentration. Let's say no, because you will have years, during which you will discover the 4 specialization, mainly with projects and workshops. Then you will make your choice at the end of year 2, and then you will start your specialization. So you will be having different classes based on the chosen concentration. So it will be very difficult to change your mind and to go to another concentration. But we really give you the possibility to know the concentration so that you can choose as in the best way the concentration you would like to take. So I see there's no other question for the moment. So maybe one question, we will just change a little bit the topic, because if there is any international students who is connected, maybe Ayub, you can tell us a little bit about your, so you had to ask for a visa to study in France. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Which is the bureaucracy, what you have to do once you arrived in France? I see that you heard me?
There's a latency, I think.
So for as an international student, if you are not European citizen, you have to request a visa before coming to study in France. It's not a really complicated process, but it can be frustrating.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. I just have a huge latency here. So as I said, yes, for the visa, it's you have to go through Campus France. Once you get your letter of admission from ECAM Engineering, you have to start the Campus France procedure, where you just put the letter of admissions, and you go through another step where they call you for an interview. It depends on your country, because for me, I've done it in the US, so I had an interview in the phone. But it depends on your country, you might have an interview with them where they are. And after 15 days, maximum 1 month, where you have all the complete documents and you have paid the required fees and everything, you get a letter from them telling you that your file is complete and you are ready to apply for your visa. So once you get this letter, you just book an appointment with the Embassy of France. It depends on your country. Then you go and you apply for the visa. There you have to check what are the required documents based on where you are. And for my case, I applied for the visa, and it took me 3 days to get a response from them with the visa, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. And once you arrived in France, was it easy for you to adapt to life in France? Were you living on campus, or did you have to find accommodation outside campus?
So for me, once I came to France, it was not super complicated for me to start a new life here, because I already came to France many times before coming to study here, and I also have some family members here, so it wasn't super complicated. But in general, for international students, it's not going to be super easy at the beginning. You will have some struggles. You will be homesick for a bit, but after time, you will get used to it once you start your courses and you make friends, and yeah, that's it. But it will be a bit complicated in the beginning, and after you get used to it. And for where I lived when I came here, I lived in the residence of ECAM. Well, thanks to ECAM, they have residence on campus, so you don't have to struggle at the beginning looking for a place to live because based on my experience, I know a lot of international students, they came to France to study, and their university or school did not offer housing for them, so they struggled a bit to find a housing. It will take you at least 1 month or 2 months to find the housing. But ECAM has a huge residence on campus, so they give for every international student a room where to live, and that's it. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, this is very important for our international students. So, in order to help you also to get a visa, we grant international students an accommodation. So it will be either on campus or right next to our campus in one of our cruise residences. So once you get your admission, you will not need to worry about also find accommodation. Of course, if you don't want to live on campus, you are free to live anywhere else. But if you want, there is a room that will be reserved for you. So maybe one last question to both of you, so you can answer at your turn. Why would you recommend to an international student to come and study at ECAM Lyon, and why the ECAM Engineering program? So maybe Solène first, and then Ayu.
Yes, because I think that we here they can develop really good technical skills, really good human skills. They be able to manage a project. They be able to develop their critical way of think. And I also think that so yes, it is a good school. It is really important for them, but also I think that it is always really interesting experience to discover a new culture, to learn how to work with people from this culture, because it's totally different to work with people from your country and to work with people from other country. And I think that's for every student, because even if you don't want to work abroad after, when you're an engineer, basically you will always work with if you work in a project in a supply chain environment, you will basically always worked with people from other country. And I think that if you are able to do that at the end of your degree, it's really good for you and for your employment.
So I'm just gonna say final remark about coming to Lyon, France. Based on my own experience as an international student, I strongly encourage every international student to apply to ECAM Lyon, and studying in Lyon is one of the best cities in France and one of the biggest cities in France. So you will never feel bored because you have a lot of activities to do, and also we have a lot of clubs on campus. And we do without the COVID situation, usually in ECAM we have a lot of activities where students interact, and a lot of things for students to interact and meet new people and make friends easily. And I would not forget to say that coming to ECAM gives you the advantage to be close to your professors and to the administration as well, because they help you a lot when you have any problem. Of course, they understand you are an international student, and or just even French students as well. They understand every situation. So it just gives you the advantage to be close to your professors, the administration whenever you need help, and also the advantage of being in Lyon, one of the best cities in France.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you to both of you for sharing your experience as a professor and as a student. I think it is very important for our prospect students to have this kind of experiences shared with them. So I just check if there is any other questions. There is one, after 2 years of preparation with the ECAM, is it possible to change? Okay, this was an answer. Okay, so our time is almost over. So for the students who are online, I just would like to remind you that there will be 2 more YouTube live. The next one will be on January 20, and we will be presenting the mechanical engineering design concentration. And then mainly for international students, there will be a live dedicated to the your arrival in France. There will be the representative of the International Students Welcome Desk who will explain you a little bit more about the visa, what you have to do once you arrive, and you will be, of course, able to ask him questions. And the previous live, so we had 2 more live regarding the other 2 concentration are available on the ECAM YouTube channel. So if you want to watch them, you can just use the YouTube channel of ECAM Lyon. Okay, so I'll thank you again for being with us. The admission service, it's always available if you want to contact us either via email, by telephone. We can schedule a meeting in video conference. So do not hesitate. If you have any question, we are here to answer you. Again, thank you, and have a good evening. Goodbye.
Have a good evening.
Bye. Thank you.